Hello, I'm John Richards, and I'm here to show some of the new features released with Paladin Cloud 3.0. Alright, let's jump into what's new. There are a lot of new user interface changes. Let's look at customizing the dashboard. We can adjust the dashboard by collapsing modules and moving them around. We can make the compliance overview top and center if that's what we would like. Now the compliance overview allows us to try out the new filter UI. Using multiple criteria with our previous filter only added values, making narrowing down to specific findings or assets challenging. But now you can quickly drill down to the specific data you seek, as you'll only see values matching all applicable filters. Now let's walk through the new administrative self-service features. We'll start with user management. A quick caveat. If you're using federated identity, this will be read-only and you'll continue managing users through your identity providers. But from here, we can now manage our Cognito users. I can create a new user, and this will send them a temporary login where they can create their password. We can manage their access level here, and we can also delete access from here. Now, let's look at plugins. You no longer need to do a bunch of work in configuration files. You can add new plugins right from Paladin Cloud. Let's look at adding an AWS account. We add the account number and the name we want it to show as inside of Paladin Cloud. Next, we can download a CloudFormation template to set the permissions on the AWS side. Once we've uploaded this file to AWS, Paladin Cloud will validate that everything works. This improved UI is available on AWS, Azure, GCP, and Qualys. Up next is policies. We can now adjust the values for policies from the dashboard. Let's look at an operational policy for region deployment. If we roll out resources in Central Europe, we could add that region here. We could also adjust the classification of this policy for our organization. We could change how severe we want the issue to be considered and reclassify it if our organization feels a different category better fits. Asset groups are the cornerstone of Paladin Cloud. In the past, they were cumbersome to manage, so we've overhauled the interface to be more intuitive. Let's create one now. We give our group a name and a description. So let's create one for a project called Jupiter. The type defines the broader asset group type under which we want this to fall. We'll create a grouping for all our projects. There are many ways to configure the assets that are part of this group. If we organize things by account, we could enter the account ID and any resources associated with that account would show. The system automatically creates groups for each cloud provider, but we recommend making an all cloud provider group for those with more than one cloud provider. We can add more criteria until we include resources across all our clouds. Now for this, we want just the resources for Project Jupiter, so let's use the AND operator instead. Jupiter runs in Azure, and we've tagged the applicable resources. So we'll hit Next, verify the settings, and then confirm and create. We can see that Jupiter makes up 55 of our 195 Azure assets. We can go to the dashboard and see results for just the Project Jupiter team. The Jupiter team now has a dashboard specifically focused on actionable findings related to their project. The last thing I'll highlight is notifications. Notifications are listed here and can be filtered to identify exemptions and violations. In addition, we also have a filter for source, as we're now capable of bringing in notifications from other systems like Red Hat ACS. If you want more details, check out the 3.0 release notes on GitHub and give us a star while you're there. Please contact us via Slack if you have any questions or feedback. You'll find links to Slack and GitHub below. Thank you.